Hey guys, it's Susanna here. Today I'm doing a scrapbook layout using Paige Evans' Turn the Page collection. I had this really cute little picture of my son Jordan when he was little. Now he's 20. Well, he's asleep, and I really wanted to use this collection to do it because the papers were so pretty. So I just used that star background, and I got some inspiration from Pinterest. And I really loved those birds and I wanted to use the birds, so I end up cutting out a little moon shape from there. I think I'll make it a little bit bigger, and yeah, that size, and using those birds like a mobile dangling over like the cot where he's sleeping. So I had this template from another page that I did for my other son Lachlan, which turned out really nice, so I thought I'll do it for my son Jordan. So I was undecided about which one I wanted to use, and the colours. The picture on the right is my son Lachlan, and the picture just in the corner on the left is my son Jordan, and it's got more of those minty colours in there, so I end up using that one because that picture went a little better with the colouring. But I do, yes, it's got a bit of mint in his blanket. So both my boys at similar age, looking absolutely gorgeous. Now they're nearly 20 and 15, so I've got a lot of years worth of scrapbooking to catch up on. I love these little birds, they're so cute. I thought I really wanted to use them, but I didn't know how to use them, so thought I'll use that little saying paper on the top as part of the top of it, and then I end up stitching some of the on the sewing machine, not by hand, the things down to draw it in. And there's a lot of stars in this collection. I only got the 12 by 12 paper pad, which hasn't got all the stars in there. I outline it so I know where I'm going to go, because I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media. So use a bit of gesso and Kazar Craft paint. It's such a pretty little colour. What's it called? It's pistachio, that's it, which matches the background nice. And using the bubble wrap, it sort of gives it little clouds. It's a great little technique, and I managed to get a small bubble wrap, which I think gives a nice texture. Very simple, easy thing to do to add a little bit of mixed media to your background. Turns out very cute. Love that paper, love the colour. So soft and pretty. It's a collection from Pink Paisley, which Paige bought out, I think, in September last year. See, I'm umming and ahhing whether I'm going to use that one, and it's too blue, whereas the other picture's got a bit more of the mint in there. So just place it down. Bring your picture back, see how everything goes. Love doing a little bit of mixed media on my layouts. And this is a very old technique. People have been doing it for years. It's an oldie but a goodie. Put down the moon. I saw this layout, something like this, on Pinterest, fairly similar. I thought, oh, I like that idea. It's a bit different, but I just sort of interpret it in my own little way. Pinterest is great for inspiration. Love it. So there's the moon, which I end up using on another layout which I haven't videoed for Lachlan, because it's more in the bluer colours. I love that sheet. It's got all little tags, and this ends up being my title. It's got it says go get that dream. You can't really see go get that up close, you just see dream, but I thought that was, see, I still keep going back to that picture. A good idea for a title, seeing its sleeping time, and I end up using that for the top of the mobile too, I think. There we go. Rather than that other little sheet of paper that I was going to use. Half the battle is trying to figure out where everything's going to go. So I draw the lines coming down. Got to get it just right. Excuse me. And they got quite a few birds in different colours, so I tried to get some that matched a little bit with the background, the blue wings and the yellow, but they're all different tones. Quite cute. See, it goes just that little bit better, and I end up covering, I think, that red maybe in the corner. I make it a little smaller. Go off camera and do some stitching in a minute. Now this is a nifty little trick. You do a little swirl and then you go around it and you cut it out, and you end up with two, because you actually cut out the swirl, but then it has the echo, and you end up using two swirls. You'll see in a minute when I am cutting it, if you can manage to, see, I do cut it on camera. So you get a thinner swirl, which is the original one I'm cutting out, and then when you go backwards you get two, so you get two for the price of one, which is good. It'll make sense when you see me cut out the extra bit. So I just wanted a little bit more texture, and it's sort of a bit like spacey swirl, which I haven't got a cameo or a silhouette, so anything that needs to be done like that has to be cut out by hand. See, I cut out the actual thing, and you end up with this other little swirl, which I recut around, and you get two, which is great. Sort of a bit spacey. There you go. And that was just purely by accident. I'm like, oh wow, I have to try that trick again. They would make really good flowers, I think, if you did a layout and made your own leaves and did some flowers. And that paper matches beautifully with the star and the background paper. Looks really good. So I glue them on, and then I stitch around the moon and the swirls. That was hard to actually stitch around the swirls, like in the lines, but yeah, if you don't look too close you won't notice it. You can move it to adjust it, because it's almost got a bit of a spring to it. A good old little roller flattens everything down. I'm definitely going to have to try that technique with some flowers, I think. I've got some scrapbook pages that I want to have up, or well, more make your own embellishments and background pages, because I haven't got a cameo in that, and I'm an artist. I like to be able to, you don't necessarily need papers, you can create your own embellishments. Everything costs. So I put some of that same colour for the background just to tie it in a little bit. So be on the lookout for the ones I'm currently creating them at the moment. So on the lookout for how to do your own backgrounds and make your own embellishments. because we've all got a good stash of stuff, of papers that we can use, and paints. Loving how this is turning out. It turned out nicer than I expected, which is good. So I think you can see I've done the stitching, or I haven't done it yet. It's a bit hard to see on the little screen. That's a good thing about this collection. You can use it for either boys or girls, because there's some really pretty florals. I've got 2 boys, so any of the florals I use for myself. I have used some florally bits and pieces in my boys' layout, but not a lot. Put a bit of cardboard on the back just to raise it up a little bit. And glue the little stars. I don't stitch around the stars. I don't think I'm do like faux stitching with my pen. I hand cut little stars out of that beautiful sort of tealy coloured paper, just because I wanted some small stars to go around the page. So many of the star colours to choose from, you're sort of chopping and changing what you want. End up going with that one. Sort of, if you go, like the teal one's nice, but I wanted a bit of a contrast. I think I only end up having the 3 bigger stars. I use that other one on my other son's layout. And I just cut those out with a knife. Pretty easy to do. And they fit in perfectly in the stars in the picture, which is good. If I remember, there we go. I use this sheep from, I've got an old stash which is called Little Bitty Scrap Pad, and it's got sheep and a few bits and pieces, and I thought, oh well, when you go on to sleep you're counting sheep, so I thought that little lamb there looks so cute. This is from my stash as well. It's just gold sticky stars, which adds a little bit of shine to the page and matches the moon and the bird and the star. So, and they just fit in really nicely in the stars in the picture. You can see a little bit of the shine in the picture, but not too much. Beauty of those things on the top, like Go Get That Dream, you don't have to worry about thinking about a title. So there's a few of those the whole page of sayings like that in the collection. That's from the Little Bitty Scrap Pad as well, which has got little corners. Or no, they're little clouds with stars in them. I thought they were cute. Because I got the other clouds which I've done with paint, but I thought, oh, why not use these? They're there. So, and they match the lamb. So, there we go. Covers up the little swirly thing, but you can still see it a bit. There we go. Quick flash of the pad. It's a really old stock. I haven't been doing scrapbooking for a while, and I think early 2000s, that's 2004 maybe. I've only just recently taken it up again because I love the idea of doing your own backgrounds and stuff, so scrapbooking has sort of come a bit of a long way since when I first started. I'm pretty happy with that. starting to look very good. So I do end up putting one there and one in the top left hand side maybe. Usually, yeah, see, there you go, because I usually don't do even numbers. I usually either do 3 or 5, or like, yeah, it just sort of, that's just the way you process. It just looks a bit better. See, it's a pinky colour, so I'm still using it for a boy. Goes really lovely with his skin tone, and it's got a bit of that pink in the birds. Just finishes off. And then do a little bit of the faux stitching around the remaining 2. Oh, and that one as well. I think I started it in the black, but then I'll do it in the gold because of the gold twinkly little stars that are all around it. It just ties it in a little bit. So that's a Posca paint pen in the gold. It'd be great if you could really do scrapbook layouts this fast. But that's the beauty of editing. You don't have to sit there and watch everything so slow. I hope this video inspired you to maybe make a layout like this yourself. If you've got any questions or any comments, just leave them below, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. And I look forward to making more scrapbook layouts and more techniques that will be helpful to you guys in the future. So I'll be going to be doing a lot more scrapbooking layouts in the future. I've got quite a few filmed already. So just signing and dating, and then I think I'll bring it up to the camera and show you a few close-ups. I'm doing gold around the stars, and then I think that might be it. I love how it turned out. Sometimes things surprise you. I'm like, oh, it's so cute. But baby pictures are always beautiful. There we go. Journaling. It's been a while since I did this one, so I couldn't remember where I put it. That's one good thing about the swirlies. A few close-ups. A bit fast, but I'll have a picture at the end. Thanks. If this video inspired you, please comment, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.